David Conte.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, sir.
Just to let you know, I'm a fan of your show as well, sir.
Oh, thank you.
And I also grew up in an Italian neighborhood,
Where?
Eagle Park,
Eagle Park.
years ago. And I know a few Cheeches. And a Chooch, too, but that's my cousin. That's a different story.
Oh, Cheech and Chooch, they're two different things,
That's
right?
for sure, Your Honor.
I mean, you know, Cheech is like your name was Francesca. If you're a Chooch, it means like you're an idiot.
That's
you say
another-
somebody, oh, you're a Chooch. That means like, what's in your head? What are you thinking?
Yes, Your
right?
Honor.
Now, I find it very interesting. You know, an area as small as Providence.
Yes, sir.
I say, like, where do you come from? Now, in New York, you know, it's so big, everything. I come from the Bronx. I come from Queens, wherever I come from. Here, in an area that's like about 5 streets, I come from Eagle Park.
Right.
Not even 300 yards further. You say, where do you come from? I come from Charles Street.
Right.
Now, my wife comes from Branch Avenue, so I ask her where she's from. She thinks she's from heaven. I mean, you know. So,
I'm sure she is.
yeah, I say, where do you come from? So she says, I'm from the North End. That's what she calls it.
That would be the North End,
The
right?
North End. You're from the North End, too.
Yes, sir.
Now, an interesting side is I was born and raised on Federal Hill. So I came from an area right where Federal Hill begins, where the old canteen is, right? Right across the street from the old canteen, there was a little park where there was a bathhouse.
Across the street.
It was really a shower house. So people say, where do you come from? Now, if you were talking to somebody else from Federal Hill,
Right.
and they said, where do you come from? I say, I come from Upacadale. Upacadale means it was a small park where the bathhouse was. Now, somebody else who lived 3 streets down say, where do you come from? And they say, I come from Garibaldi, because where the Bar Association office is now, there was a playground there, and that was called Garibaldi on Brayton Avenue, right?
Right.
Now, if you went 5 streets down, say to somebody else, where do you come from? They say, I come from the pool, which is where the pool was on Gessel Street. And then you ask somebody else, where do you come from? They say, I came from Shoefly, which was an area way down. So within Federal Hill, there was about 6 different areas where you said you came from. Right? Interesting, Inspector Quinn, right? See, Inspector Quinn, you never know when you come to work, right, how your intellectual horizons are going to be broadened, how much you're going to learn.
What gem I'm going to leave with.
All right, this is Summers number 174096.
Yes, Your Honor. This was early in the morning. I received a call.
Mr. Conte, this is on the North End. You've already said you come from the North End. You know this area. You have no excuses, Mr. Conte. Let's take a look at it.
Second vehicle here.
Hey, you went through, as they would say on Federal Hill, hey, you went through the light. Hey. You went right through the light, Mr. Conte. What are you trying to think of something to say?
Other than from the North End, ooh, D.
Even Inspector Quinn knows who D. What are you looking at?
I was just looking at the time.
He's trying to burn a hole through the
He
screen.
was yellow for 3 seconds, you're on a red for 1.5 seconds, he was doing 35 miles an hour.
Believe me when I tell you, I would love to help you, but are you crazy?
It's not happening today.
I mean that affectionately. You know, I don't merely mean are you abats. I don't mean it that way, right?
Right.
Inspector Quinn, abats means in Italian it means you're crazy. But he's not abats.
He started off with his cousin Chooch anyway.
I know.
So he was familiar with him once.
He tried all the right things. He's Italian. He came from the North End. He knows this. He knows that. He knows somebody named Cheech. He knows somebody named Chooch. And all of that is resulting in an $85 fine.
Thank you, Your
I would
Honor.
love to help you. I can't help you on this one. Cintron Elix.
Good morning, Your Honor.
You're charged with going through a red light. The light is green. It's yellow. It's red. All right. It's quite clear and quite convincing. Did you see that, sir?
I did, Your Honor. Your Honor, the reason why I'm here is I'm the first to admit I went through that light. I was coming from Massachusetts, where I live. I'm an attorney in juvenile court. And I was bringing two brothers to the jack-o'-lanterns. One of the brothers I've represented since he was 11 years old. He's 18 now and has had a diagnosis of PTSD. He saw his father actually shot in front of him. So for many, many years, I represented him. He was in and out of his home. So I ended up bringing these two brothers there. On the way, one of the brothers who I represented started having an episode. He's on a pretty high dosage of medication. He's on an antipsychotic medication. He just really started having an episode. His brother was saying, "Don't open the door." And to be honest, I really didn't know what to do. I didn't want to. I got up off Elmwood Avenue. We were actually going to the next exit because I was going to pick up his girlfriend at 18. She lives in Cranston. The family moved. So I saw Elmwood Avenue. I got off the exit. I did go through the light. I pulled over. Ironically, there was a policeman that was maybe about 50 feet in front of me on Elmwood Avenue. So I actually pulled behind him to explain, because I figured he saw me go through the light. I came to him. I got out of the car. He got out of the car. He was absolutely terrific. He actually calmed down Paul, who was the 18-year-old. I explained to him what happened. He did tell me he couldn't do anything about it. He actually didn't even see me go through the light, but he told me that there was a camera. I'd have to wait to come here. That was really the reason. I was really petrified that he was going to get out at that light just in the middle of all this hectic traffic. It maybe was not the right decision to do. I did see that no one was coming, but I just wanted to pull over as much as I could in case he did jump out.
Yeah. So you've been working pro bono, helping this kid?
Actually, when I was appointed, because I work for the state, I was appointed, it wasn't pro bono, but I just had an attachment to him, his brother, his family. Mom lost her husband with the shooting. It just, usually I don't do this, but it was just one of those things that the family is just such a great family. I represented him for 6 years, not going to school, running away. This was pretty heavy. I think it was probably the most heavy case I've ever had in juvenile court.
Well, I'll make this observation that you're an attorney in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, are you? Yeah. Well, I'll make this observation that your actions reflect very well upon the legal profession.
Thank you.
You know, I mean, sometimes different professions get a bad rap, you know, lawyers and police officers and others, you know, but there are some that go above and beyond the call of duty, you know, and you do that by helping out here. So, Inspector Carrigan, you heard the argument. You know, you want to get next to the mic? All right. So we have an attorney who's helping out his family, kids who went through unbelievable trauma, and one of the kids is threatening to jump out of the car, and obviously went through the light. So what's your take on this?
Your Honor, it is a .30. It was very, very close. The city would be willing to dismiss this due to the fact of the situation,
Yeah.
the circumstances that were involved.
Yeah, I agree.
And he also did speak to a police officer right there.
I agree. Given the totality of the circumstances, you know, and the fact that he stopped and talked to a police officer and said something very unusual these days, Inspector Carrigan. He said the police officer was very cooperative.
Yes, Your Honor, and helpful.
We haven't been hearing that too much these days.
Your Honor, he helped Paul, the 18-year-old, so much. He really just calmed him down, and we actually did end up going to the jack-o'-lanterns.
You did?
It took about a half hour, but he did. He took a little bit more of medication he has, what his brother actually had with him, so it worked out well.
Well, as I said earlier, based on the totality of the circumstances and your good deeds and reflecting on the Providence Police as well, the matter will be dismissed with the acquiescence of the prosecution, Inspector Carrigan.
Thank you so much, Your Honor.
All rise and hit subscribe so you don't miss the latest viral moments like this one. Share these videos and weigh in on the cases. You be the judge. Subscribe now.